Eclipse. So exciting, so exciting. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am Aiylah Lisa Valkyrie. I am hosting today for this beautiful full moon Samhain ceremony. And so really guided here from Spirit to jump on and share with you all. So exciting today to be here live. I'm going to see if I could turn off my Wi-Fi to get a little bit better connection while y'all are jumping on. There we go. So it is literally Eclipse portal. We have been really checking in with some very, very massive energies. And so how have you been feeling? Drop in the comments, give me some hearts or some thumbs up or some fires or whatever you're feeling. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on with you. So I want to acknowledge everybody over here on Facebook as well. Hi, I'm looking over here at my Instagram camera because I don't want to go back and forth, but I love you guys and please comment. I will check all the comments after this video. I'm not going to be checking comments except for on Instagram because otherwise it's too much for me to try to navigate back and forth and then I lose my train of thought when I'm channeling. So just so you know, I'm here for you. I'm watching you. I know you're here. I love you, but I'm not looking directly at you. Okay. So thank you for jumping in and joining, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. And I was really led to do this today just on the spur of the moment. And I don't know if you feel the same way, but it's just been kind of going through this turbulence. And I've been saying that we've been really hitting this asteroid belt right now. It's been like, you know, thing after thing after thing. And all of our personal lives, and they're not little things, they're like freaking huge, you know, they're ginormous things that are hitting, and they're all really, really important, and they're all really, really transformative. So I want to acknowledge that you're here and you're showing up and you're doing it. And so thank you, thank you, thank you for being present. And so this is kind of the beginning of my blog, The Pathway to the New Earth, the Yoga for Love. And so I was led by the Akashic on my 50th soul return last year to start a vlog and really just tap into what that looks like. So I've been sitting with what that looks like and doing more live videos this year, but not necessarily doing like a full-on vlog. And so this is really that space where I am moving into that portal of channeling these messages for the new earth. Spirit recently told me to change my name on Instagram to Aiylah Lisa Valkyrie Angelic Channel. And I was like, okay, that sounds really weird. What? And Spirit's like, do it. I'm like, okay. I'm changing my name. I'm changing my name. So I changed my username and I also changed the name on my channel. And so that's really what I'm here to do, is to channel these messages and to be an ascension guide, if you will. I know that word might be overrated for those of you that are in the new earth already, but that's really what we're doing, is we're helping guide and navigate you. We, meaning my guides and myself and our ancestors. So today, right now, first of all, our ancestors are the first and foremost importance of this ceremony. So I want to just kind of introduce you to these little owls that I brought in to kind of represent our ancestors, the masculine and feminine sides. And so some of you might not be able to see them, but I'm going to kind of put them over here at the back side of this altar space so they can hang out with us. Since we live tiny, I don't have a whole lot of photos and memorabilia and things like that available. So I do not have stuff from my ancestors like I used to when I was a householder. And so today I'm going to invite you to call in your ancestors. I'm going to bring in some crystals here and set them up on my altar space. And normally when I do readings, I will have one camera. Like if I do private readings, I have one camera facing my table and then the other camera facing you, but that's not going to be possible today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel the messages, show you the cards, place them up, and then I'll put them in my Instagram and my Facebook stories so you can take a deeper delve into those cards. I'm going to add some pyramids here, some pyramid energy, and this is really adding in that energy of Egypt and the energy of the power of the temples over there. And so adding these into the altar space. Always adding some feathers. This is my tiny portable feather fan. It's very, very small. And so I'm making lots of different feather fans per order for people that would like to have some different tools in your toolbox. And then The first crystal was selenite. I'm going to also add in a clear quartz shard here to my altar space. So I invite you to build an altar today. Always want to add some candles. I'm not going to add a lit candle today because I broadcast from my RV bedroom, and I'm on a not so solid surface. I'm on a bed as my studio. So I'm going to add the candle here, but I will light it for our ancestors later. And of course, you know, adding several candles is always nice. You can do that. So adding those, I have a photo here of Kali Ma, the dark goddess, and she is really ruling this lunar eclipse right now. So I'm super glad you're jumping on. So let's get right into a short meditation. It's going to be a short breath work. So just joining me here, just closing your eyes. I'm going to grab some moonstone here as we activate the heart. Closing our eyes, breathing into this lunar energy of the moon as it becomes eclipse today. The hunter's moon. Breathing into this portal that we are currently in. We're navigating the space between the solar eclipse into this lunar eclipse, into this full moon energy, and then into Samhain, which is coming up on Halloween, All Saints Day, El Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So honoring our ancestors. We're calling in our ancestors, our guides, our spirit animals, our power animals, our master teachers, our galactic family. We're asking for any messages that come through are only of the highest frequency God code 555 and above, and the highest frequency of divine white light, in the highest frequency of love, only for the messages that are of our highest timeline and the timeline of the planet a whole. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And any other messages, any other entities, any other forms, we don't need or care or necessarily even desire to hear from you. So we ask that you leave this portal with love and light. You are banished from this space as far as the east is from the west. And so it is. Calling in only clear channels of love and light from the Christ Sophia consciousness, moving through the energy of the violet flame, from the masculine, divine masculine, and the feminine, divine feminine. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Bringing our hands into our heart, taking a breath in. Let's clear it out through the mouth. Breath in. Clearing it out. One more ha breath. Breath in. And release with a sound. And whatever you have for your altar space today, that's just perfect. Your altar, Spirit told me many, many, many years ago when I wrote my book, Yoga for Love, which is a tool for you. You can find on Amazon. Just search Yoga for Love with the number 4 tools, and it'll pop up, or put Yoga for Love tools book, and it'll pop up. And many, many years ago, Spirit told me that the only thing you need to have your altar is something just as small as a teacup. It doesn't need to be this big, expansive thing. You can read about setting up your daily practice, which is the most important, is your intention, by simply just lighting a candle. And that's the very first thing I talk about after I share my story in this book. Now, in here, this is up to a kind of a crossroads timeline. I wrote it in 2018, not having any idea that I was going to get divorced. I was going to meet my twin flame. I was going to be working completely as an angelic channel and a medicine woman, and leaving the householder life. So that's a whole nother book that's coming. However, this was written in my previous name, Lisa Ware. And so you can find it on Amazon. It just varies on price. It goes anywhere from $3.99 sometimes to $14.99. I don't even know. I just let it go. I released it, and I don't even know what they do with it. So buy it if you want some tools. And it's wonderful for just kind of like using it as an oracle, because you can just flip through and just find something like breath work, or find a yoga practice, or find a sequence, or find something about holistic eating, or any of the mantras that you'd like to start utilizing. So all of those tools are in there, and it's really my manual for my teacher training. So I have a 200-hour teacher training online, a 500-hour teacher training online as well. And the main focus for this next little portal between now and the end of the year is my mentorship. And so I've called in 13 women 13 priestesses. This is a high level, really, really deeply accountable and very, very intimate group. And so that's why there's only 13. And so 4 have already answered the call. So that leaves only 9 spaces left. Yeah, doing my simple math here. And so there's only 9 spaces left in this mastermind. It is a 2-year container. You have 2 years to complete any of the online trainings and any of the certifications that I offer, including Reiki level 1, level 2, Reiki master as an internship, level 3 practitioner, level 4 teacher. And so I do have a Reiki training coming up on November 19th. The portal for opening into this mastermind is starting. It's a sliding scale start date, and it's also a sliding scale tuition based on our 50% off post-pandemic sale all the way up to regular tuition if that's available for you. And so book a discovery chat. You can find that in my bio if you'd like to discuss what that looks like. And there is also in my link tree, you can examine the details of all the juicy topics. We have a weekly Sangha chat specifically for women in this mentorship. We have special retreats and destination retreats, especially for the women in this mentorship. And we also have our Texas retreat, which is included in any of my trainings, the 200, the 500, and the mastermind mentorship. Our destination retreat is coming up in Tulum. We still have a few spots available for people who are really ready to just fully step in and immerse. This is a total wild woman, amazing retreat at an eco village in Tulum on the ocean, right by the ocean. It's like amazing, like eco village, organic food. We'll be doing many, many rituals and priestess practices. We'll be doing some womb ritual in the caves, in the cenotes, and diving into the ocean and cleansing ourselves. We're doing a rebirthing ceremony, as well as a marriage to our own divine self, working deeply with the sacred tantric sexuality of our own, working directly through the goddess Isis and Hathor, Sekhmet, and Mary Magdalene, as well as Kuan Yin. And so there is a group of goddesses headed down to Tulum with us. We are going over the 1111 portal. So if that's something that intrigues you, just send me a DM. I will send you the information about that. So I'm going to get into our reading today. If anyone has any questions or any specifics, please message me and just drop me a comment here, because I can see my comments here on Instagram if you have a specific ask. Otherwise, if you want a personalized reading, you can always book that in my bio. There's a link tree right there where you can book a reading, or you can just message me. Another thing I'm doing today and this week is making microdosing honey, my famous Aiylah's Magick microdosing honey. One of my lovely, amazing sisters and clients, she said it's the nectar of the gods. And so she's ordering some. I'm creating it per order because I infuse it with your specific intentions. And I also infuse it with Reiki and this full moon eclipse energy. So I will be creating that later on today. If you'd like to get your order in, there is a link on my website, yogaforlove.com, under the store. And it's yoga4love.com, or it's a link in my bio. You can just catch that there. And I'm also making feather fans. Little tiny, tiny feather ones, all the way up to big, huge wings that you can dance with. And how I learned to spin fire was by receiving a set of red-tail hawk wings and then receiving a set of vulture wings that Spirit has taught me how to process, taxidermy them, clean them, clear them, and make them into art. And so we never charge for feathers. Feathers are always free. The ceremony and the medicine is always free. The only thing that we ask for in love donation is simply just asking for the time and the energy exchange to be donated for my own personal energy that I place into the creation of it. So yes, hi Brianna, thank you for the fire. And so yeah, so learning to dance with fire, my beautiful sweet teacher here, Brianna, is on. And so the wings taught me how to dance and taught me how to move with the air and with the wind and with the energy. And then the fire taught me the rest. And so it's a beautiful practice. And so if you want a dancing fan for moon dance or sun dance, or if you want a fan to dance if you are a performer, or if you'd like to learn and to do your own dance practice, or if you'd like a smudge fan. And I'm also making smudge boxes out of little cigar boxes that have a smudge kit in them, and also fairy wand kits that have fairy glitter and goddess tattoos and bindies in them. So those are all fun things. I don't have any of these listed on the store. They're just something that Spirit told me to create, and I'm just telling you about it. So if it's something that intrigues you, just send me a DM. It's probably the easiest way to do it. And then we can determine what feathers resonate with you, what type of medicine resonates with you the most, and then I will hand create them for you this next week. So we're going to get into a little bit of the readings today. I'm going to move over some of these crystals. We're going to call in the energy and clear it. So find a moment to be still, set your intention, because if you are on live or you're catching this future video, your intention is what's creating this channel. For your guides as well to come into this space and answer any questions for the collective. Since this is a group reading, it is all of us who are present now and any future moments seeing this video that this reading is for. So they're asking me to remind you that, I'm sure you know, but time and distance does not matter when you're working with energy healing. It has absolutely no relevance. Time and energy are very malleable. You can work with Goddess Kali here, and she is the goddess of time. She literally stops time. She is the goddess of time, and she is the one to ask if you are working with time and time is becoming very wonky and it feels really weird, and you step into these portals and these, like, oh, I just did something for 2 hours and it felt like 10 minutes, or wow, that was just yesterday, you know, like it feels like a month ago. So she is the goddess of time, and she also breaks through all illusions. Time is simply an illusion, and space is simply an illusion. So remember that when we are in ceremony together, virtually, we are literally in ceremony together. And so just know that that is the truth. I am working with the Witch's Wisdom today. I love this deck so very much. My dear birth sister, my blood sister, Denise, she gave this to me, and it has been wow, like so powerful. Looking at this beautiful deck, it has this waxed embodied symbol on it. And it's so funny because that symbol has been coming to me and coming to me for so many years. And then when she gave me the deck, I was like, wait a second. Literally, that symbol is on my book cover right here. Look at that. Same symbol as on the front of these cards. There are no accidents. Look at that. Literally. Everything is so quantumly entangled, it blows your fucking mind. So try not to think about it too much, because it's like, so I'm going to read to you. I've got a little itchy, excuse me, some fuzz. Okay, I'm going to read to you. Magic of feathers, song and air, awaken, inspire, and make aware. Magic of claw, hearth and fire, warm, enliven, and inspire. Magic of fin, womb and water, love and dreams, conjure. Magic of fur, seed and earth, embody, nourish, and give birth. Magic within and around, awaken, spirit, answers, and guidance taken. So it is, so it is, so it is. Are y'all ready to get into the reading? Give me some hearts. Show me that you're here. Are you active? Are you online? If you're catching this later, I'm so glad you're here for the replay. So, any questions, any specifics that are coming up for you? For those of you that are joining on YouTube, I'm reactivating my channel with this first kind of portal into my blog. And so welcome back. I have a bunch of people on YouTube that I'm sorry I haven't given you any love. I've been in the midst of it, but I'm back. I'm back. I promise you I'm back. So anything in the comments, any specific questions on your heart? So I'm going to look at this layout here and see which one is calling for us today. So air my breath, fire my spirit, water my blood, earth my body. So that's how these cards are laid out. It's definitely a witchy deck, very much into the earth elements. Love you, Goddess, too. Thank you for being on there. Transformations, Blue Zen. So the major arcana, which is really, the major arcana is set backwards in this witch's deck, which is really trippy because it goes, instead of the Fool being first, the Fool is last, and it's really the journeyer. So it's a really deep and beautiful practice. So getting into your space of just coming into your own ask, and see here. Okay, so we've got couple different readings here that I love to do. So there's one that I really like to do if you want like a whole entire like layout of your current life, and then an overview of your bigger path, which I absolutely love. And it's all about the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and then it has you in the center, and then it has your oversoul, which I love. But I'm going to take a smaller version of that for time's sake today, and for clarity of a group reading, and give you this one, which is earth, air, fire, water. But the center card is the intention, which refers to self. So we're going to recall that self card right now. In the center, the 8 of fire. We've got this little team of baboons over here hanging out. I'll show you over here on YouTube and Facebook. And so they are watching this lava flow, it looks like, down the hill. So that's the earth. So let's go ahead and just go with that one first. I'm going to move these crystals out to the side. I know you can't see my deck. When I do private readings, like I said, I have my camera showing on the deck, but that's just not possible for space sake and for a single camera. So I'm going to read to you. This is about self. This is the center here. So the fire deck, fire suit, excuse me. This is all about waking up. Hello, wake up. Thank you for joining us. So all about the self. The wisdom here. Baboons have gathered to meet the sun. They sit quietly, waiting. The sky turns crimson as the blazing light rises from a slumbering earth. The world is bathed in gold as the tribe rises, waving their arms and exclaiming ecstatically as if they hadn't attended yesterday's dawn, or the one before, or every dawn since the beginning of time, mind you. Who is wiser? You sleeping and unaware in your dark room, or your cousins, whom the Egyptians honored as gods? Wake up, welcome the sun. So I just posted yesterday about worshiping the sun. Like worship, I know in a Christian world, it's like, oh my God, she said worship. Settle down, okay? Settle down. I'm talking about honoring, okay? So don't hit me up with any random comments, bullshit about, following Christ. I follow Christ. I follow Christ. I love the Christ consciousness. I am talking about reverence for the sun god, grandfather sun, the sun god Ra. Ra is the energy of creation, the energy of the emerging of the dawn, the energy of the awakening, the energy of the east, the energy of the rising, the energy of the new day, the gift. And this is what we are here to honor. So wake up and honor the sun. We are here in this lunar eclipse right now. And we just passed through this solar eclipse portal. So now we're in the eclipse portal all the way until the full eclipse, which is on April 8th, 2024. And in this massive eclipse here in Austin, Texas, we'll be in a full eclipse, complete eclipse where it's completely dark. Last eclipse, I was with my teacher, Shiva Ray, virtually. And here in Texas, it got dark. It's so dark, it wasn't even a full eclipse at that time because I was in Dallas and I wasn't in the eclipse portal. But that one came through as a transit. This one's coming through the opposite transit. So literally we're in the X of both of those eclipse transits right here in this full portal. It's complete and total activation, a total reset where the sun goes completely dark. It's literally hitting a hard power reset on your laptop or your PC. And it's like a boom, like a total hard reset where you hold your power button down on your phone for 30 seconds and hard reset. That's what happens when the sun energy or the moon energy is cut off from the earth for a period of time. And so this is what's happening in this eclipse portal. So we are being asked right now to honor the sun, to wake up and honor the sun. You're sleeping through all these beautiful moments. Wake up. And this is metaphorical. It's not saying you have to get up every morning and watch the sunrise, which when you do is beautiful and amazing, and please do. However, you can be outside and honoring the sun in your own practices, honoring the sun in calling out the Gayatri mantra, and honoring the sun in your own personal practice. And if you don't know what those practices look like and you don't really have a practice, please just pick up my book on Amazon, Yoga for Love Tools, and you have 100,000 different things that you could do in that book. Probably not 100,000, but a lot. So there's a lot of things in there. The counsel here: wake up, you're alive, and anything is possible. It's time to celebrate. Yes, yes, yes. So we are in celebration. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be through that portal. It was rough, y'all. Were y'all having some hard times? Yeah, throw me up some fires if you were feeling that fire. Wake up. Each sunrise offers the chance to be grateful. Grateful that you've been given another day of life. Today, you have another chance to make your dreams that you're working on come true, or to heal and begin anew. Every moment that you're here in this world, in your body, in the natural world, the divine is embodied and offering you reasons to rejoice. Accept the invitation to wake up to the magic in your life. Did you know that magic is real? Hello, did you know that magic is real? It is real. You know, when you're a little kid and like everyone's like, oh, that's not real. You know why? Because they forgot. They forgot. Remember the magic. Wake up and remember the magic. Magic is real. And every bit of life is super magical if you only allow it. But the thing is, we get stuck in our little cycles, and we get stuck in the minutia, and we get stuck in the tiny things. Absolutely. Thank you for that confirmation, Blue Zen. You know, when we remember the magic, more and more and more magic keeps coming in and keeps pouring into our life. So remember the magic. This is asking you, this is this moment to ask you, where have you forgotten the magic in your life? Where can you connect back to that magic in your life? Set your alarm and rise before dawn. Go outside when the sun appears. Stand up. Take the sun between your hands and bring it to your heart. So what we used to do, I'm going to put this little mark here. Where's my feather? As a bookmark. So what we used to do, I just lost it, is I'm going to show you with this mudra. This is the mudra for the sun god. And if you've ever seen Hathor's crown, they say it's like a cow crown that goes like this. It's really not a cow. I mean, of course, cows are magical, but it is about catching the sun. It's the yoni in the crown of our head, the yoni in the crown, catching the sun god and bringing it down into our heart. That is what's happening. We are literally procreating. We're making love to the sun. And so it is a ritual. It is powerful. It is expansive, and it is so, so, so important. So this is what we're saying here. Take the sun between your hands, bring it to your heart. Feel the fire in the center of your being, awakening every cell and igniting the sparks of your life. Honor the spirit of fire, honor your own spirit, and give thanks for another day to use it well. So starting our morning with gratitude, honoring the sun, honoring our own self, honoring our practices. This is where we're starting. This is the center of everything. This is the whole entire reading on this portal. This is super important because this is where it starts today. This is the most important piece, is where we start with ourselves. How do you begin your day? Do you have a morning routine? Give me some hearts or a thumbs up if you have a morning routine, or drop in the comments, yes, morning routine. Hey, thank you for joining. So yes, that morning routine, how you start your day, is so very important. Are you incorporating gratitude? Are you incorporating magic? Are you honoring the sun? Okay. So now we're going to move into the elements. So I'm going to go back and find, because these are in a different order since they're witchy, they are in a different order. So, okay. Earth, air, fire, water. So on this reading here particularly, it's a little bit different. Like I said, the whole entire tarot is backwards in this witch's tarot, which is so witchy, of course, to have everything just scrambled up and you're like, I'm just going to do it my way because I know how this works. And so that's why this came in this way. So the first card is the center. Then we have the right side, which is the air. So I'm going to pull the card for the air. All right, we got reverse the 10 of water. 10 of water. So we've got here a toucan, a bunch of frogs. We've got the jaguar medicine coming in. Woo-wee. So intense. You see that jaguar down in there? You'll see that over there on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah. So that is intense medicine right here. So the element of air. Oh, I already had a bookmark. And I already had a feather in there. What do you know? Fairies hide stuff from themselves all the time. Do y'all do that? So, okay, the 10 of water is all, and the thing about this one is that the reversals don't necessarily have any different meanings in this deck. It's just a matter of how you draw them. So take a moment and hydrate. We're on the 10 of water. Bless our water. Thank you so much to the magic of the waters of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you for water, for carrying all of the memories. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing with us the past, the future, the quantum realities that we're stepping into, all the future possibilities. Thank you, thank you, thank you, water, for carrying these memories for all of us, for transmuting all of our tears, for the water cycle, for the planet, for the beautiful crystalline structures. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for creating my being at 72% water. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the waters of life. So as we do, we're going to all take a drink. Grab your water. Say your gratitudes. Say your gratitudes. Water is life. And if you want to learn more about the vehicle of water to create your freedom lifestyle, send me a DM and message me freedom, and I will share with you my most recent masterclass. Water is so transformative, and it is the key. Remind me in a moment, I'm going to share with you what the water taught me when I was doing a Watsu practice in the river. And it's really, really important. But if you can please remind me after this reading. Okay, so the water is all about conservation, consecration, which we just did. Perfect timing, right? The consecration of the water. Verdant, human, and embracing. The rainforest grows. Trees and vines, butterfly and bright-beaked toucans, the tree frogs, and fearsome holy jaguar pierce through the leaves. Rain pours from above. It pools on the ground below. It seeps deep into the earth and rises to make everything grow. The rain is full of music, songs, telling stories of this magical place that makes this world a better place for all of life. The rainforest is wild and full of wonder, danger, and divinity, chaos and perfection. There is life and there is death, but there is no evil. It's raining and everything is blessed. So this is all about pouring into the blessings of your life. And this first card of air, this one represents the space to the right of the center, which is you. This is the attitudes and the thinking about how your thinking is influencing the probable outcome, the unconscious patterns of conditioned thinking, especially about self-love, communication issues around the question or the query, and your awareness of love. So this is the essence of sexual pleasure, the depth of feeling, embodied emotions, and permission. Do you need permission to have pleasure? Yeah. Have you thought about that? We don't have to have permission to have pleasure, but sometimes we feel like we do. And so where is that coming from? Where is that old story? How can we create that story? The counsel here, being fully open to your feelings can be a roller coaster, a raw and sometimes challenging experience. The water witch can show you how to be present with all of your feelings and especially how to delight in your wild and sensual nature. She knows that water takes the shape of its container. Ask and she will show you how to shape yourself into an iridescent vessel that joyfully contains all the waters of life. Interesting, because as I was reading that, it flipped over to the Witch of Water, and we were on the 10 of Water. So the Witch of Water is coming in to rule all of the blessings, to rule all of the information that's coming through you, to realize that everything is for your highest good, even all the tears. Every form is for your highest good. Every lesson is for your highest good. There is no bad and there is no good. Honestly, it just is. And it's all for your highest timeline and your highest path, if you can receive the lessons and release the emotions. So in consecration, this is all about wonderment, flourishing, blessings, the rewards of feeling into the water's life, feeling full. What is the song that your heart is secretly singing? What is the divine magic healing and hiding within you? There is no reason for self-doubt or fear. Step outside your comfort zone into the magic of creation. No matter how turbulent the waters of life may be, how hard the rain, how muddy the river, or unknown the rainforest, remember, you are made of water. Water makes all things grow and flourish. We are the waters of life. So here's the magic. Go out. Next time it rains, stand in the rain. Listen. Let it pour on your skin, seep through your hair, open your mouth and let it fall onto your tongue. What is it saying to you? Reach out your arms, feel the water on your skin. Drink it in, wash your face with it, let it bless you. Feel your heart open to all that is manifesting. Collect the rainwater in a small bowl and then use it for your magic later and give thanks. So always having a bowl of water on your altar is really important, especially in these rituals today. So as we create our altar for our ancestors, I invite you to bring in all of the elements. You can bring in, of course, the element of fire with the candles that we called in earlier. We can bring in the element of water by collecting some rainwater or blessing some water. We can create the element of air by adding the feathers, and incense is also the element of air. And then, of course, all the crystals and rocks and beautiful things are the element of earth. So this is the magic for our highest good, reflecting into our self-love. The next one we have is below the center. So we've got the center, which is the 8 of fire, which is honoring the sun, honoring our own practices, starting the day with gratitude. Then we've got the air, which is all about the attitudes and the thinking about your self-love. And we've got the sacredness of the jaguar and the elements of the rainforest, the beauty of the toucan, the power and the medicine of the frogs, all speaking to the blessings of the water. And then we have the card of water itself, which is the information about the feelings and the emotions about the questions that you have on your heart. It's also in the position of the ancestral and family emotional patterns. This is going in the south. Okay, we've got a major arcana card. We've got the priestess. Woo! Ancestors coming in hot. Yay! All right, priestess, what you got to say? She is all about the messages passed on that influence how we feel about ourselves and others, the dreams that we have for ourselves in the future. In addition, it describes issues relating to questions that you might have involving relationships and the home and the matters of the heart and how the body is truly expressing your feelings. All about the waters. So let's see what the priestess has to say here. She is card number 20 in this particular arcana. Priestess wisdom. So sit down, you're about to be schooled. As the sun and the moon rises, the pilgrim climbs the branches. And remember, in this deck, the pilgrim is not the fool, it's the journeyer. She climbs into the branches of the world tree to sleep. She dreams of signs and synchronicities, messages and marvels that arrive like the birds of paradise with the fruits. I'm going to have you look at her while I'm reading this. And look at that full moon she's coming in on, carrying her magic wand. She seeds to feed her soul with these fruits. A soft breeze wakens her, and she remembers the energy of creation has flowed into her. But what is she to do within? How is she to hold and shape it in the world? Who will teach her to make magic? Remember, this is all about our emotions, our ancestors. A silver cord tugs at her heart. Summoned by an ancient oracle, down to the tree's trunk she travels, down through its roots, deep down into the ground, into the cave of the Sibyls. The smoke of burning bay leaves and myrrh curls about her, making the magic of sight and prophecy. Know yourself, she hears. Through the smoke, an appearance comes in, the passageway of all becoming, through which comes a woman, a beautiful and dark, on a moonless night. One hand rests upon her heart, the other holds a wand. Cowrie shells, symbols of the station in the creed, encircle her wrist, and a rattle as she drums a rhythm of the moon to awaken the magic of the pilgrim's blood. Astride the surging waters of life, 1 foot in this world, 1 foot in the other, the priestess gazes beyond time and space, into the past and into the future, and into the hearts of all who need her, all who seek her. She is a wise one, a traveler between the worlds who knows the worlds as one. The seer of the sacred, she dispels holy prophecy, distributes equally wheat and fish and honey. She midwives spirits being born and departed, heals bodies, and retrieves lost souls. She speaks with plants and animals, spirits and guides, works with wind and flame and wave and land, and knows the teachings of the season and each seeker's destiny. She is the priestess of every goddess. She knows what magic and how to make it. Around her now, countless others are sitting in a circle, drumming the enchantment of regeneration, of their own return, of the rebirth of creation. Ready now, the pilgrim takes hold of her magic. It's time to make the world new. It's time. It's time to step in. Stepping into this new world energy, this new earth, embodying all of the world has taught us, all the teachings of the earth, bringing forth the teachings of our ancestors. And even though they're not still walking this planet to teach us, they teach us. When we get still, when we honor a flower, when we honor the moon, when we feel the wind rush around us, when we ask a question in our heart, they are there. They're encircling us here now, in this beautiful container, in this beautiful portal, in this beautiful ritual, in this portal that we created together at the beginning of this ceremony, or in this now moment. Your ancestors are here. The High Priestess is calling you. She's telling you, wake up, wake up. You are the ones you have been waiting for. Hopi prophecy is here. We are in the times of prophecy. We are the ones our ancestors have prophesized. We are embodied here and now. Remember who you are. Remember why you came here. Wake up. Wake up, child. Magic is real. Let go of the stories that they told you. We are here doing it together. Lock arms with us. Let go of the ones that don't believe. They'll come on board or they won't. But guess what? This spaceship is taken off. We are ready to launch into full speed. We are through this asteroid belt very soon. You better have your seatbelt on. We are navigating through, and I would love to have you on my team. We all would love to have you on the team. And if you're already on, drop a fuck yes in the comment, because you are doing it. You are here doing it with us. We are all here bonded together at this time as soul families to come together to help reclaim this earth for what it is here to be, and that is heaven on earth. For the generations to come, for our children's children, for 7 generations to come, we are here to reteach these teachings that our ancestors taught us, and somehow they forgot over the last couple hundred years. Went fucking radio silent, cut completely off from spirit. Everything that connected us to spirit was taught to be evil. This energy of Samhain is all about honoring the reverence of the earth. How is that fucking evil? Show me. Because guess what? I'll prove you wrong. The energy of this earth is to be honored. There is nothing dark about that. And guess what? Walk into the dark. Walk into your shadow and look at it. Because you keep running from it, it's going to keep chasing you. Just like Peter Pan. The shadow's always there. Shadows stick. I love my shadow. I love my darkness. Because she wants love too. We must love the dark goddess. She's within. We are both wolves, y'all. We are the light wolf. We are the dark wolf. Why do you think I have these two here? We are both. We are light and we are dark. We are in a dualistic nature. This is why we're here. We are here to embody this, all the feels, the tastes, the sensualities, all of the joys and the pains, and all of the roller coasters of that. We're here to experience it, but we're also here to transmute it. We are both. Which wolf do you feed? Which wolf? Which owl do you feed? I feed them both. If you only feed the white wolf, how are you going? Your little dark wolf is going to be starving. And then he's going to be really, really mad. Don't just throw him scraps, throw him love. Your dark wolf must have love too. We must learn to love our shadow and not run from it. I'm going to put these guys back over here. Remember, we are both light and dark. We are dichotomized. We are embodied. If not, we would have been ascended by now. But we're here doing the work right now. The council, women's mysteries, mysteries in between, self-acknowledgement, magic, manifestation, wisdom, prophecy, destiny, spiritual leadership. I am calling forth new earth, spiritual leaders, self-righteous, self-sovereign, embodied, financially responsible earth guardian leaders to join me and my team. Come on, let's rise up. Let's connect in real time. We are ready to do this together, and let's explore what that looks like. Let's get on a call. I am ready. I am ready. Come on. When you encounter the priestess, she will ask you, what do you want to know? Think carefully about your answer. What do you really need to know to create the future that you long for? Every day I ask questions of the universe, and I ask them in a way that allows the universe to deliver those messages to me loud and clear in the most positive present tense. The priestess points to your heart. The answer you're seeking is already within. Honor all that brought you to this moment of self-awareness with love, compassion, and acceptance. The future is unfolding like a red rose blooming in the moonlight. Your magic is returning. Your magic is returning. You're calling it back. Calling it back. If you are currently on your moon cycle, or if you're a woman that does have your moon cycle, it's time to learn your mysteries. Pay attention to the timing of your moon. Pay attention to your feelings, intuitions, dreams. Regardless of your gender identity, at the next full moon, which is now, fill a bowl with water, go outside, hold the bowl so you can see the moon in the water. Look at the moon and call to her. And then look into the mirror in the water. Take your time. When you're ready, thank the moon. Let any excess energy you feel flow into the water. Leave it out overnight to charge. And in the morning, pour it into a jar to use it in your magic. So you have an assignment tonight. You're going into the water and the moon. So drop me a water emoji below if you're going to do this assignment. So basically all it is just filling that cup with water or that bowl with water, tilting it so you can see the reflection of the moon, and then looking at your reflection of yourself, looking at the reflection of the moon and the reflection of self, and then letting it charge and then using it for your moon magic. Hey, thank you for joining. Woo! Priestess was not lying when she said you prepare to be schooled, y'all. Okay, so we are moving on to the next element. That was all about the water, all about the water. Thank you for the water emojis. This is the element of fire. The 10 of air. We got another 10 coming in. Another 10 coming in. These are the crow medicine. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Caw-caw, caw-caw. I call them the crows and they're like, geez, you're so lame. They make you feel really dumb, honestly. I love to call the birds. Most birds pay attention to me, but the crows are like, whatever. Yeah, they don't really pay attention. Cracks me up though. And there's so many crows. You can tell. The Samhain is literally the close of summer. We are at the close of summer, the full close of summer. Hey, welcome. So this is it. The crows, they always tell you when Samhain is coming. If you're paying attention, they will call to you, regardless if they answer back. And also, I'm not taking any requests, so don't request to be on my video, please. So the crows will call in and they will come. Notice what direction they're coming in from. So this one is the energy of fire. It's in the bottom of our inquiry. This is about fear or determination, aggression or joy, anger or courage. It provides insight into your confidence and your willpower and how you're working with your own energy and life force to influence the outcome. All right, so the 10 of air. 10 of air, 10 of air. This is all about murmuration. There is a wondrous spectacle in the invisible air where everything is connected. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. I can't wait to share this with you. All right, I'm going to just read it verbatim and then I'll, whatever channels through, will come through. The murmurations of starlings has appeared. Starlings are also in the crow family. And they appeared to fill the autumn sky with a blissful whirling. It's dusk. The sun is sitting on the edge of the earth, and the shape-shifting fluids are filling the world with their magic. So starlings and grackles, they do this. And they all of a sudden, like, you know, when they're all on the ground, you run up on them and they whoosh, and they all take off, and then they all swirl together, and they swirl back, and they swirl around. That's called murmuring. Hey, Allie Cat in the house. So when they all swirl like that, it's magic. It's literally magic. So there is a wondrous spectacle called the murmuration. They are rippling, spinning, plunging, ascending in unison. The patterns turned in an instant as 100,000 starlings turned together as one. In the presence of magic, we bear witness to the wind between the stars, the divine love that connects all things and fills the world with wonder beyond your own understanding. And so this is all about just tapping into that magic, but using that energy of fire and willpower to really feel that magic in the world. And how are you using that to propel yourself? It's all about wonderment, intuitive harmony, communication, consciousness of divine love. It's time to let go of the need for explanations, reasons, and rational understanding. We talked about that in the beginning. It's okay to let go of the people who don't believe in the magic in life. And it's 333 right now. As I say this in Central Time, the master teachers are coming through to remind you. Embrace the magic in your life. Ask your angels every day to come in. Ask for your council of light. The Galactic Council of Light is here. The Galactic Federation of Light is inviting you to bear witness to the meetings. They're asking you to raise your frequency up, just like the magic of these murmurings and the magic of the stars, starlings and the stars and the swirling energies, just the same energy as you see a school of fish moving through the water, and embracing that as you catch that moment and see it spinning and spiraling. Realize that we are in this beautiful reality, which is an illusion within our own self. And in this space, we can ascend our energy up to connect with what is true, what is real, what is honorable, what is right, and bring through these messages from our master teachers, from our guides, from our ascended masters, from our angels. Everyone can do this. It doesn't take someone particularly special. Everyone has this intuition ability. We're born with it. It is literally our sixth sense. And yet we're taught to forget it because we're taught that it's not real. Wow. So clear that belief. Clear that out. Speak it into existence. Spirit's asking you to move it through your high heart. Clear it and move it. Allow it to have space to breathe. Breathe into this truth. Breathe into this light that you are one with creation. You are one with magic. So your counsel is just to let go for explanation. There's wisdom in your heart that's longing to be free. You're on a journey to awareness beyond the self, inspired by something mysterious and beautiful that is part of you and greater than you. And when you see things like this, these mysteries of nature, like these swirlings of thousands and thousands of birds, just stand in awe and realize the beauty that's around us. Stand in awe of the divinity beyond explanation. Let your spirit soar. Anytime that you're in meditation, go outside as much as possible and look up. And I will always see vultures swirling. Oh, and at the last solar eclipse, we had this beautiful portal of energy. And at the women's dance this spring with the Blue Star Church, we had this beautiful portal of energy. And then the vultures just circle it. They're all about enlightenment and magic. And they're black. They're the only raptor that doesn't kill. So watch what birds come into your awareness. So there's a little homework assignment here, a little home play. Find a murmuration near you. Starlings, grackles, a school of flashing fish, trees moving in the wind, heavy snowfall, a rock concert even. Moving within it, give yourself the ecstatic energy of divine collective joy. So that's really what this is about, is that's the energy of fire, tapping into that collective energy of divine collective joy, just the pure bliss of swirling with the fish, the pure bliss of swirling with the birds, the pure bliss of feeling the wind whip through the trees or feel the rain on your face, and just feel into all of these elements. Expose yourself to the elements. Let go of being in a safe container and get out there and be with the earth. So our last card is the one at the top and another water. This is the 6 of water. So you've got a diving bird here, diving for the fish. 6 of water comes in at the top. Again, I'm going to post the picture of this reading in my stories with each card and each element. So this one is the top of the reading, which is directly in the earth energy. It's about the practical influences at play. Financial factors, work and body, health, giving an insight of how the querent, which is us, is manifesting their purpose, making their way in the world, and expressing their creativity and self-worth, and what actions they are taking to relate to the question. So this is all about the earth energy. So let's see. The 6 of water. So we've got water, air, fire, and another water. And then the High Priestess came in. Diving deep. So a cormorant plunges into a darting school of fish. And we were just talking about that, watching the school of fish darting back and forth, and watching that beautiful energy of that. And then this fish has that perfect, impeccable timing to just Get in and grab one. The water, the seabird's feathers, the fish's scales, bubbles, rising, air, and unexpected light all glisten, sparkle, and move. Water is the ever-changing flow of life. Whole worlds live within it. The messages, the stories, the lives that it holds are always moving. Water itself is always moving, swirling, changing, dissolving, and creating anew. Within it, life lives and dies and lives again. Fish becoming bird, bird becoming prayer, prayer becoming manifestation, manifestation coming to life. The waters of life are always moving. Let's take another moment to breathe into our sacred water. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sacred water. We are so grateful for the lessons. We're so grateful for the messages. We're so grateful for the memories that you carry of all that is and all that ever will be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We honor you. We are you. Thank you for your consciousness. Thank you for your teachings. Take a big drink of your water. Drinking living water is so important. It's critical. It is our life force. So the council, you cannot redirect the river of life. Dive deep, let go, go with the flow. And that's exactly what this moon is about. Diving deep, letting go in this eclipse energy, going with the flow. You cannot redirect it. Instead, plunge in, surrender to it, dissolve it. Allow the molecules of your expectations, your plans, and your intentions to mix with the waters flowing all around you. Let go and let your heart become a vessel of inner standing. Let it hold the memories of your life, of all life, to remember. You must allow the waters of life to flow through you. Begin now. Fill the waters of your life with stories before the Coromant appears. So it's saying there's timing. There's importance of the timing right now. Impeccability of your timing. Fill a clear bowl with warm water, about 98 degrees, and add 3 tablespoons of salt, one for the past, one for the present, one for the future. Stir the water until the salt dissolves. Bless yourself with the salt water from which life first came. Remember, you too are a vessel. And I'm being told this is the same water bowl that you're going to use for your full moon ceremony if you're doing the full moon ceremony that we had spoke about earlier. So diving deep, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to tell you as we wrap up this video about what the waters taught me. And it's all about releasing and surrendering and fully letting go. And so I recently was at the Solar Eclipse Festival with Solar Punk as a healer and a vendor. And then I was also at the Medicine for the People Festival gathering, and it's on the Colorado River. One was on the San Marcos River, one was on the Colorado River. Both are spring-fed, and both are very full of alive energy. This is why we were drawn to move down here. So in the Colorado, at the end of the Medicine for the People gathering over the fall equinox, which was literally 6 weeks ago, as of Tuesday, because each of the 8 Sabbats is 6 weeks apart. And so it's like the clock turns, chick, okay, now we're 6 weeks closer to winter, chick, chick. And so we're just one more little chink until the winter solstice. And so we were in the river, and some of you who have watched my stories, hey, how are you, have seen that I was stepped on by a horse about 2 months ago, right at 2 months ago, actually. And ever since that time, I've been healing the right side of my body and still continuing to do that healing. And at the point of complete surrender, Takata, my beloved twin flame, and I went into the river, and there's a sandbar in the middle, and she was diving deep into the muck and allowing her feet to just go deep, deep, deep into the muck and holding me. And she faced me upriver at first, and then swirled my whole body till I was floating downriver and just holding just where my head was above the water, and allowing complete and total surrender of all of my limbs just to be completely buoyant and float and let the current just swirl and carry me. And she kept swirling me back and forth like a piece of seaweed, like a lily, and back and forth and back and forth. And I was crying and purging and releasing and praying and asking spirit to let go of whatever this was in my body, and had a deep, deep, deep remembrance of losing a child in a past life and having to set his body out to sea in the cold, cold ocean, and not wanting to come out of the ocean myself, and being in the ocean water and wanting to die and wanting to go hypothermic and just let my body be carried out with the waves. And people carried me back in to shore, and I was thrashing about and crying and just so ready to just release it all. And this was coming in through my right side and allowing me to purge this out into the water and let her take it back. And then we just floated, and she just held me while I floated as I finished crying. And we were in the water for 2 hours in this ceremony. And the water said, root down, but not through your root chakra. This is the teaching. This is the difference. This is the energy in the age of Aquarius. Listen up. Hear me. We are rooting down through our sacral chakra, not through our root chakra. We are allowing ourselves to float and drawing the roots through our sacred waters, through our sacred genitalia, through our ovaries or our testes, through the sacred waters, and down like the lotus into the mud, into the sacred waters of our planet, into her magma. And I saw every single human being on this planet floating, attached like an umbilical cord with a lotus root down into the core of the planet. Some of us were floating on our bellies, just floating in the amniotic fluid of Mother Earth. Some of us were floating on our backs, but we were all floating in the sacred waters, connected to the water. The key is the water. We are always rooted to the earth, but our planet is water. So root down through your sacral chakra and allow yourself to dive deep, deep, deep into the liquid, watery magma of this planet. So this is your purpose today. This is your exercise to do on this full moon ritual. And please respond in the comments here if you'd like any more information about the things we talked about, to book a private session, more details about my mastermind program with all of the online trainings that are available this next year for the class of 2024. We have an upcoming donation-based Reiki training available via distance healing or live here in Austin on the 19th. And our Tulum Sounds of the Soul Priestess Retreat. And if this calls you, message me. If you'd like me to make you a feather fan or a fairy wand or some microdosing honey, these are all available to you. This is my offers from my heart to yours. So much love. Let's close with an Om. Deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. Soul, much love.